Welcome to Relationship Coaching Group podcast. Whether this is your first visit or you've been following us, don't forget to download this podcast to reference later, because here we keep it real with scenarios, tips, and suggestions, everything relationship centered. Hello, I'm Roxanne, your relationship coach and host, along with my co-host, the professor. Together, we've been coaching couples and singles for over 20 years, and now we're here to work with you. So get ready for today's podcast, because we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I want to first introduce the professor. Welcome, Professor.
Well, welcome. First, I want to, I'm not going to bore our listeners with the details, but this session comes to you late, unfortunately, due to travel and or what's going on in the world. And I'm sure you've all heard that airports are busy and delays everywhere. So we're a tad behind schedule.
But we're here now.
We
are here.
So I'm very curious to know what we're doing today.
Well, we're doing something, as I said, a little differently. We're going to be answering questions that our listeners have brought to our attention.
Okay, I like it.
Yes. And we thank all you listeners for sharing with us. We get people sharing experiences with their relationships, and we get listeners asking questions about their relationships. So we're glad to have any comment, anything that you guys want to present to us. We're here.
And just so you all know, we do answer every email message that is sent to us. We answer everyone. And we do that on purpose because we know that some of these questions that people ask may be trivial to others, but it's important to them. So we want to make sure that we answer all the questions and make sure we can help as many people as we can.
And we're bringing up some of the questions, but there's no names behind it.
Absolutely.
Because we think that it will help others.
Yes.
Because we know that if one person is going through something, 100,000 more are dealing with the same thing. So we just thank you. And as I said, if we do put your question on air, there's no reference.
Yes, we never use
any type.
Yeah, we never use where you live, your name, nothing.
Nothing. We just pose the question.
Yes.
Because again, we want to help not only you, but we want to help others who are
going through the same
thing.
People don't understand that things that you go through,
you're not alone.
You're not alone. There are thousands of people in this world that are going through the same thing.
Exactly.
And we just met a lady in the cab the other day, and we were shocked to hear her say that she doesn't have anyone because she's ugly and fat. That's how she looked.
And she wasn't ugly, and she wasn't definitely not fat.
She was a pretty young lady, and she wasn't fat. But unfortunately, that, it resonates with us because this is not the first time we hear this. So we want you to know that we give help everywhere. And we sat with her in the cab for a good 30 minutes after we got to our destination. And your girl here, I got out and let her do her thing and spoke with her. And I saw some tears going on, but I know that little bit of help gave her that little bit more courage. So, good job on that. You wrote it.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, listen, we're going to start with our first situation, and I'm going to read it as it was written.
Okay. With no name.
No name. All right. This listener says, I'm not very affectionate. I didn't grow up with hugs or good job or I love yous, So how do I show my significant other love without words? Because I'm not that good at words.
Wow.
Now we have two perspectives.
Yes.
Yeah. There are so many different ways, and we're going to share from a woman's perspective and from the male.
So ladies first. Please
yes,
go.
Because my co-host has a whole different view on this. But there's of course the simple way that we as ladies, now I don't know, and I'm not even saying if this is a man or woman, because it could be on either side. But if it's from if this question is from a man and is asking, I would say start off with flowers. Flowers always brightens up, and men love flowers too. So even if this is a woman asking this, is in this situation, men love flowers. I know men who love receiving flowers from their wives or significant others, and they brag about it when the flowers are sent to their office. They love it. So I would start with flowers for one. I'll give more, but I'm going to let my co-host chime in.
Okay. Flowers is okay. Flowers is good. But my first question would be, have you discussed that with your partner? Have you told your partner what you've been through as a young person, as a child, that you were never really hugged, you were never really shown a whole lot of love, you had nothing to go by? You need to express that with your partner, so your partner will understand why.
Right. And that's all good. But let's just play on, how would you show love without words?
Oh, are we going to have a fight here? Because, this is near and dear to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have a fight. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, here we go. So I think the little things, like flowers, is good, but I think the little things, and I'm going to give you from a male perspective. I'm a guy, and let's say I like a certain beer or a video game or whatever. Give me a gift card to go and get something that I like, or buy it for me. If you know that let's say I liked seat covers, these seat covers I've been looking for in my car, and you get the seat covers or something. It doesn't have to be expensive.
So you're saying listen to some of the things that your partner like, and then go out and surprise them with
and it doesn't
whatever
need to
it
be
is.
expensive. And I'm not saying go buy the Gucci bag and all that stuff. That's not what I'm saying. Little things to me mean more than buying me something big, a one-time big thing. I prefer the little things. And a lot of women are like that. They like the little things. Surprise them with the little things.
Well, some women like diamonds.
Yeah, but no man can afford diamonds. But I think the little things go a long way.
Yeah, it does.
And with that little thing, even just a little hug or a little kiss, having those little things between you that you just do for your partner, like a kiss on the forehead, or something that is personal to them, that little intimate thing that is just between them. Those little things go a long way.
Yeah, they do. And speaking of doing something simple, and say you're both off on a weekend or a weekday, whatever it is, surprising that significant other with having everything for a little outing, a little picnic, going to a park and just sitting there and chatting, or just saying, look, I'm taking you for ice cream, and just something very simple. Let's go for ice cream, just out of the blue. These little gestures show that you care, show that you want a little special time with your significant other. That's love.
Absolutely.
That is love. Special moments.
It's not always the physical touch, the hugging all the time, the cuddling, because not everybody is that way. So you make up for it in other ways.
Sure. So little things. Listen for little clues that you can maybe brighten up that person with, and making little gestures.
Absolutely.
Bringing flowers or a special little quick date, spontaneous date. Those are really nice gestures.
Yeah. But it doesn't, and again, I want to reiterate that it doesn't have to be expensive.
Right.
And we're not talking about buying the new Birkin bag and all that stuff. That's not what we're talking about. It's the little things that make the difference. And I'll give you an example. My partner, she had a coffee cup at work. She loved the coffee cup, but it got broken. So I know what the coffee cup was and what it had on it. I went and had another coffee cup done with everything on it. I ordered it online and I surprised her with it.
Nice.
See, now that's the little stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
It's the little things. And because if you listen, you heard it. You heard that it was upsetting, but you did something to fix it. But didn't cost hardly anything. So it's those little things that go a long way.
It does. And if you have any suggestions, with this question,
shoot us.
Yes, bring it on.
Not shoot us, but shoot us an email.
Okay. All right. Here's the next situation that someone wrote into us. I fall in love fast, and it always seemed to end just as fast. My question is, how do I keep love alive long term? Yeah, that's this is going to take a little effort because, first of all, you really need, before you say you're falling in love with someone, you really need to know them, and that takes time. So you really need to give a growing relationship to see where it goes before you saying I'm in love. Because a lot of times nowadays you're on your third date and, oh, I'm going to marry this person. I'm in love. I've never felt this before. No, you need to give relationship. It's still an old saying, love takes time.
When I hear people say that, it's not love. It's infatuation.
Lust.
You're lusting for this person. You're like, oh, googly eyes. Oh my gosh. Oh. No, give it time. And, I've said this to clients, for male and female. Don't give up the gift so quickly. Or if I have to spell it out, don't jump into bed so quick. Don't knock boots so quick. Don't give them the cookie so quick. Don't be so quick to get in the bed. Because the moment you do that, for a woman, you get more emotionally attached. So keep the intimacy level low. And then that way you can have time to see more who this person is.
If you're looking for a long-term relationship, then yes, you really have to take it slow to see where it's going, to see if you guys are compatible. It takes time to learn and to get to see where the other person's head is.
I have to say this, that a lot of people throw the love word around, and really they hold on to that word. I love him. I love her. I'm in love. No, you like the feeling. You like the emotion. You like the context of what's happening. And so that you think is love. Love is way more than that.
Oh, love is definitely
way deeper than that.
It's very, very deep.
And so, I tell people, when you meet someone, I know both of us have counts that's given coaching to so many couples that have met. It's hot, fast, wild. They think they're in love. 3 weeks later, they get married, and 3 months down the road, they're already talking about divorce.
Yeah,
so
you have to get to know the person.
Time.
Yes.
We've said this in other podcasts where first you got to learn to love yourself first. Know who you are and what you want out of a relationship. And don't just settle in. We're not talking about how much money they got and can they take care of you and all that stuff. We're talking about a real couple that are looking for real things. And it has to be a mutual thing.
Right. And, the first year is really the getting to know each other's stage.
Well,
it's like the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
The second year is really when you start to see the little quirks and the little things that may annoy you.
We've heard other coaches and stuff say, 6 months you should be talking about marriage. Some individuals are ready for that, but not everybody. And I want to make that clear. Some relationships are going to take time because those people that can pull it off in 6 months and be together and stay together are more, what's the word? More, I'm brain dead here. Morally mature. Mm-hmm. They know what they're looking for. And
even sometimes that does. We've had that where they were in there.
But the times that it does work, they're a lot more in tuned and more
of what they want.
So I want to make sure that we clarify that for a good majority of people, you want to have by 6 months, you need to know whether this is a real. The 3 to 6 months, you need to know if this is actually you are having a relationship.
If it's going to continue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not, let it go. And we've said this before, close the dang door and move on.
Yeah.
And then if it is going on, then you need to have these discussions on what do you want from both of this.
Right. That's why I said the first year, it's like the honeymoon phase. You get to answer and ask a lot of questions. You get to basically see how the other party lives, how they think, and all that can take place in a year. And the second year is really when you really see if this is something that is working.
Because times have changed. People have careers.
Yes.
People are working on their own thing. They've got jobs. So
a lot more independence.
Yeah, life gets in the way. It's different from way back when people would get married, be together for 50 years. Those days are going. What you got?
Yeah. Okay. This one is a little bit lengthy. Okay. It starts out, I love my boyfriend. We've been dating for 4 years. And in the past 3 years, we've broken up 7 times. And he's had 2 babies born 4 months apart with 2 females. Well, I don't like the word females, with 2 women. He comes back to me saying he loves me and wants me to forgive him because we were on a break. But that's what he says. My question is, why does my boyfriend come back to me after being with other women when he's done with them?
Oh, I'm okay. So I'm going to answer this. I'm going to be as nice as
you want to start it?
I'm going to start.
All right, go ahead.
The reason why he keeps coming back to you is because you let him.
Well, definitely.
It's this is not the first time I've heard this.
No, it happens a lot.
It happens a lot. You allow it. You allow him to come back, and then you give it up. And so he keeps coming back and breaking up with you, comes back, breaking up with you because you allow it and you give him what he wants because you think he's going to stay. He's proved to you that he's not going to stay. You're the backup plan. When it fails with someone else, he comes back to you
because he knows that you're going to be available. So he can go out and do his thing, have his fun. And when that shuts down, then he knows that he has a safe place to come, and that's you. So
this is where low self-esteem comes.
Yeah. You've got to build yourself up knowing that you're worth more than that.
Way more.
You are more valuable than being a doormat.
Stop being that doormat. And if you have kids, did they have kids together?
They didn't say.
Well, if you have kids together, obviously you got to have that communication for the kids. If you don't have kids together, close the door, lock it, bolt it, weld it shut, and tell them it's over. Tell them, let go of your number, don't call you no more, and move on. You're not a doormat. You're not his servant. You're not his slave. Close it out. Because that's all he is. He's using you for as the backup. You're the backup booty. You're the backup girl. Because when someone else has called him on his bull, then he comes back to you.
And it's almost like you're treating yourself as leftovers.
Yeah.
You know how you go to a restaurant and you have food left over, and it might be in there 2 days before you get to it. He goes out and he does his thing, and he's coming back to
his leftovers.
And you don't want to be considered leftovers. You're more than that.
Let's reach out to her, because we did send her an email. Let's reach out to her again, because we need to reach out to her again and see if we can try and help her some more.
Yeah, we've worked with this person before.
Yeah.
But this goes out to, because this happens a lot. I hear a lot of that from clients, that it's a breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And usually 9 times out of 10, I really want to say 100%, when it's off and on, eventually there's an off, a total off, and it may not end very well. But you can't keeping that door open just for someone to come in and use you until they find something sparkly outside,
right,
that they want to go and check out. And then when the spark dies out,
yep,
your door is open, so I'm coming back to you. So you just have to have enough self-esteem, enough self-respect, enough self-dignity not to keep that door open so many times. And I could see maybe one breakup, and then you guys make up and get all that ironed out, get everything ironed out, and it works on from there. But the off and on, no, that's
it is emotionally damaging to you, and it hurts your life, you know. And I'm going to give you we met a lady not so long ago, and she stays in a relationship because the intimacy is good, and she doesn't know how to turn it off.
And he's violent.
Yes.
So she's afraid.
She's afraid to shut it down.
She's afraid. We chatted with her. Yes, she's afraid. So that's not good. I'm sure signs were earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There were signs earlier about his behavior. The minute you see someone get violently aggressive with you, or whether it's verbally or physically, the first time that happens, that needs to be shut down.
Yes.
You need to walk away, because it's not going to get any better.
No.
It's going to usually it gets worse.
Yes.
Now, do we have time for another?
Yeah.
We have another one?
Let's hit another one.
Okay. This person says, I'm engaged to be married in 8 months. My fiance said we will have a joint bank account only. He doesn't want me to have a separate account. I'm 32 years old and have had my own bank account since 17 years old. That's when I started working. By the way, I'm a teacher's assistant and I like having access to my own money. How do I keep my own bank account and keep my fiance happy? Well, this was one of our podcasts about finances. So
let's talk about this real quick. So in our financial podcast, I've said you should have your own bank accounts. You should have one that's a joint that everything goes in for the bills and everything else. When you're putting everything in one bank account, then you don't have any backup, especially if you're doing it prior to marriage, but even when you're married. When someone's had enough, whether it's a man or a woman, and they decide to say, you know what, I'm done, and they go to the bank, clean it out, and leave you with nothing.
Right. That's why we always say that, you know, as a young adult, as an adult, whatever your age is, if you're already established and have a bank account, then that should keep your bank account. And then when you do get married, not before.
Yes.
Because again, if you listen to our financial podcast where we talk about finances, we go into details.
Yeah. But keep it so that you have a joint account where you put in for bills. You have another joint account, whereas we call the holy crap account. So if anything happens, you've got some backup funds in there and you put some money in there. And if you want to do another account for travel or vacation, you can have these little accounts, but you each put into those little accounts. And we even have clients that you can't access the account without both of you signing off on it or something, you know. There's all different types of things you can do, but do not give up everything into one account.
Right. It's very good to have your own account, because you might see Gucci bag that.
Don't put those ideas in these women head. Stop it.
You may see something that you want, and because it's always good, especially if you're working before marriage, and you keep your
just like we just talked about a little while ago. If you want to buy something for your partner, then it's a gift. So you don't want your partner to know how much you spent or whatever for that gift for your partner. So have your own account.
Right? And go back to our podcast where we dive deeper into,
because we're going to be doing a part 2 on that as well.
Sounds good. Do we have another for one more?
Let's get another one in.
Okay. I've been dating someone for 8 months. The thing is, we met online. We text all the time, but every time we plan to have a live chat, they say their internet isn't working. Their internet is down. We're both in our 30s, and I'm ready to take it to the next level. How do I move this relationship along?
Oh, that's easy. Can I take this one, please?
Well, you've been taking them all, so go ahead. So go ahead.
I've been running off with this.
Yes.
I've been running off with these questions. Well, don't ask me questions.
But go on. Go on, Professor.
Okay. I want to roll today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think because we were stuck in airports for too long. Okay. This is an easy one. Run. Change your number. Cut him off. Run. It's not a real relationship. We've done a podcast on catfishing.
We did.
No, run. Let it go.
After 8 months.
After a couple of weeks.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, this has been going on for 8 months. You've got to know that there's something underlying about this situation.
And I just hope whoever that person is, they have not sent any money or anything like that. I'm going to make it clear. Don't send money.
Never send money.
And don't, if you can't do a video chat, I understand you meet somebody in another state or whatever. If you can't do a video chat within a matter of days.
With technology the way it is now,
then
that's a red flag.
Move on. Run.
That's it.
Run.
Because you should see that person. You said you met online. I don't know if they showed a picture, but if you haven't seen that face live in a chat, and nowadays, they can do, Professor, they can take an image and make the mouth move, and
AI generated
using their voice behind.
Yep.
So you just have to really be careful.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when you have stuff like that, that's when you tell them, hold up a newspaper, show me a cup of coffee, have them pan around the room or whatever. There's always things that you can do.
You're right,
but
right.
If you need whoever this person is, I'll send you a pair of running shoes. Run.
Right.
All right. This is it.
Okay. All right. Any last points?
Yes. To our listeners, we love you guys. Thank you for all the support. I want to give a shout out to a wonderful young lady we met at the airport who was an absolute sweetheart, and we got to chat with her and stuff, and who stayed in touch with us. We love meeting people. A lot of times people, they know us who we are, but then we do wear our t-shirts that have the logo and stuff on the back, and people will see us and go, I know you guys. So we do get noticed over the place. So we want to thank everybody for all the love and support. We do have, as we travel, we do have meet and greets. And so if you're interested in a meet and greet, we don't post where the meet and greets are. If you're interested, you just give us an email and we tell you, because we limit how many people, because we want to keep it intimate. So feel free to contact us, and we're happy to let you know where it is.
And if you have any questions, or if you have any additional information to any of the questions that we did ask, what do you want them to do, Professor?
You want me to answer that?
No, I'll answer.
You throw me under the bus here?
No.
You never let me do this part. I messed up the first time.
Just please email it to us. You'll go to our website. But first, we'll give you all that information. We want to thank you for being a part of the Relationship Coaching Group community. Thank you for being with us. And if today's conversation resonated with you, remember that strong relationships don't just happen. They're built with awareness, communication, and the courage to grow together. And if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow us, follow our podcast so you don't miss future conversations about dating, relationships, emotional growth, and building deeper connection. And if you know someone who might benefit from today's topics, share this episode with them. And you can find us at relationshipcoachinggroup.com. That's where you'll find our emails, so you can email us with any suggestions, any questions. And until the next time, we say, speak your needs clearly, listen without interrupting, and remember, you're not alone. Together, we got this.
We got you.